It makes others feel like you're doing too much. Just be humble and relax. But how? If I'm strong, I can lift 4 people. Yes, I'll lift you people. It's not bragging, it's what I can do.
You guys and your egocentric selves thinking, assuming. I don't think there's any country in Africa that is inferior and one is a giant. And that subliminal messaging from the West to make you think, because in what regard? If we're talking about minerals, Democratic Republic of Congo.
That's true.
Up there, right? Yes. So in what regard? Y'all can sing. Y'all don't have electricity still.
Nigeria is the giant of Africa.
Not this question again. So the last video I made was between Ghana and Nigeria, who is the giant of Africa. And today we are looking at Nigeria and Kenya, who is the giant of Africa. If you still think Nigeria still hold the title of being the giant of Africa, just put in the comment section. I also want to listen to your submission in the comment section. All right, let's get into it.
Why is the nation giant? When you say something is giant,
That's the proper question.
what is the definition of a giant? Weight? Size?
What do you mean by weight? Anyway.
Power? And
Resources.
basically, right?
Okay, I understand the size and the resources, but what do you mean by weight and power? Weight and power.
Population-wise, nobody beats us.
Yeah.
Manpower,
But
nobody beats us. Talking about technology, as much as every other country has technology, we have the biggest electronic market in the world.
Yeah.
In Africa, sorry. These technology companies that are building stuff everywhere would firstly consider the Nigerian market before building anything for Africa.
okay, so he looks at 4 things. He looks about the manpower of the country. He also look about the size and the resources. I'm not sure about the weight thing that he was talking about, but I know that for the manpower, because of their population, Nigerians has a very huge population, right? So the GDP matches their population. For manpower, because of the huge population, they have huge manpower. There's no African country, I repeat, there's no African country battling with the population of Nigeria. First of all, Nigerians are the most traveled people in the world. They are everywhere. Like anywhere you go, you're going to meet Nigerian.
Joel Akintime. I am British Nigerian. I'm a sound engineer, digital marketing strategist, and so many other things. I've been in and out of Kenya. I came to Kenya first in 2019, and I came to do another job in Kenya in 2020. Since then, I started falling in love with the place. There's this calmness, this, silence, this less.
So I've never been to Nigeria. So there's no biasness in this my submission, because I've also not been to Kenya, but I do have friends who are Kenyans and I do have friends who are Nigerians. So we are going to listen to both country submission. So you have to actually represent your country very well. Then we make judgment. But the whole thing depends on you people, like what you think in the comment section. If you still think Nigeria still hold the title of being the giant of Africa, you have to put in the comment section. If you're from Kenya and you still think that, the giant of African thing is stretched, or you think like Kenya hold the title of being the giant of Africa, you can also put in the comment section, because I want to hear both sides, and I want to hear like what both sides also think, because this guy just mentioned size, he just mentioned manpower, and also mentioned about resources. These 3 are all true, but he mentioned something about weight, which is actually not clear now at the moment. So let's keep going.
And less noise that I love personally. So since then, I've been like, you know what? If I want to chill, if I don't want trouble, stress, I just go to that one place that gives me that peace, and it's Kenya.
We have those resources. The only thing is that we don't utilize them.
Yeah.
But we have them in the business world. We are very much business oriented. It can't be compared. Yeah, it's as if we are born with it. Wherever a Nigerian is not, that there is no resource there. There is no business. And
That's
it's true. For a Nigerian to step in somewhere means that there's something they are looking for. Yeah. And they will.
What she's saying is very true. Like, imagine if a Nigerian settled anywhere in the world, even if there's no job, my guy, they will still try and create a job. I don't know. I'm not being biased in my submission. I'm just stating facts because they are one of the most hardworking people in Africa. No, in the world, one of the most hardworking people in the world. That's why they are the most traveled people. First of all, they know how to make money. They know how to spend money. So what she's saying is true.
You know where you see Mexican Nigerian?
Yeah,
this one
British
everywhere.
Nigerian.
Jamaican Nigerian.
There's Nigerian mixed with everything.
There's Chinese Nigerian.
It's true. That's what I'm saying. They are the most traveled people in the world. Like everywhere you go in the world, you see Nigerian. Even if you go to hell right now, you still see Nigerian over there.
If you go to Mars,
There's Nigerian
you
mixed
just
with
might
everything.
might find a Nigerian. You just might find a Nigerian. Of course, we always like to act like we're the big brother of whether that's West Africa or Africa as a whole. But 1/5 of every African is a Nigerian. We travel.
He said they act like they are the big brothers. That's not true. To be honest, Nigerians are not. I think I don't know if it's naiveness or anything. I don't know, but you are not the big brothers of any West African country. You have the population, yes, but you are not the big brothers.
Where I bet you the first black guy you're gonna bump into, is probably a Nigerian, right? He's mentioned several fields, whether it's population, technology. We haven't even spoken about music, right? Entertainment industry is massive, right? So we're huge representative.
Fact, Nigeria represent Africa on the world map. You can't take that thing from them.
Of Africa and what it brings to the world. We're the giants of Africa.
Can the disagreeers now please step forward?
I mean, they made their point. 90% I'm with them. Like their points are very solid. But let's listen to Kenya.
I think in egocentric much.
Oh no.
Egocentric much.
I'm not even hiding it.
No.
I don't think. Wait, the word egocentric is being used loosely over here. There's no ego when it comes to Nigerians. I don't know, but I'm not sure. I don't think. No, I'm not sure because I know a couple of Nigerian people don't have ego. So I don't know where she's coming from. Let's keep listening.
I don't think there's any country in Africa that is inferior and one is a giant. And that subliminal messaging from the West to make you think, because in what regard? If we're talking about minerals, Democratic Republic of Congo.
That's true.
Up there, right? So in what regard? Y'all can sing. Y'all don't have electricity still. My name is Yolanda Mulwa. I'm a radio presenter. On what level, in what regard would someone say I'm better than you? I think we all complement each other. We have our strengths as we have our flaws. Let's try.
Yeah, so what is Yolanda, I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. She's saying it's also true. So this was my submission from the first video. Like saying a country is a giant of Africa is a stretch. So what she's actually saying is agreeing with what I said in the previous video. But I don't think the whole title thing about being the giant of Africa stems from ego. The whole thing is Nigerians, they love each other, right? Nigerians love each other. And even though they might hate each other because of tribal wars or, they comes in tribes, right? We have the Igbos, we have the other tribes, right? So tribalism is in them. For me, that is how I see that tribalism is in them. But they do support each other, right? They have this vision and they stick with that vision, like they stick with the script. If it comes to Nigeria against every country, they don't mind. That's why they go hard for their celebrities, they go hard for their footballers. Like, it's crazy. So the title thing is just to show how they love their country. But I don't think it was from a place of ego or from a place of being superior than other country. That is my submission, but let's keep going.
To have a more cohesive continent than imagine in our heads that we're better than others in the room. So it has its good side and maybe it has its drawbacks. So let's strive to do better. Do you have electricity in your country?
Yeah,
I've never
we
even
have.
been and I know.
We just
Really?
don't have
24 hours.
No.
Yeah. Do you have a national carrier? We have Kenya Airways. You have?
To have like 2, 3
You have?
We have airpiece.
Do you have electricity in your country? they do have electricity in Nigeria, but it's not stable. They don't have stable electricity. I don't think this show is even being produced in Nigeria because there's not going to be lights. I'm just kidding. But they do have electricity. They do have electricity. Just that it might not be stable. That's why they depend more on what do you call it, generators and plants and all those kind of stuff. So, yeah.
I beg.
It's not national. It's a private.
So in what regard? I feel like there's subliminal messaging that has to keep you guys and your egocentric selves thinking, assuming, so you...
I still don't know why she's still using the word egocentric. I think she's using this word loosely over here. Like, there is no ego. If you are preaching about cohesion on the African continent, right? Now, there are a group of people on the continent that actually love each other to the point that, like, they wear the banner like, you know what, we are Africans, or Africa became cool to the Western world. I would say Nigeria pioneered that movement. Like, they are the ones that made Africa to be cool to the Western world. I might be wrong, but for me, that's what I think. So it's not from a place of ego, but she keeps hammering ego. So I don't know, my Kenyan people, put in the comment section, do you think Nigerians have ego, or do you think they think that they are better than African countries, or do you think that it's coming from a place of love and for their culture, for them as people, and being patriots to their country?
Come to the table on a level playing field mentally, you assume you're better than others. That's actually the only issue I ever have with Nigerians. You feel superior than other Africans. And I'm like, y'all can sing. Entertainment, you knock it out of the park, period. Okay, maybe in the loving too. But everything else it's subjective. It's in the eye of the beholder.
Is it ego when it's natural? I believe if you know what to do and you do it well, it's not ego if you rep that thing, right?
As I'm saying, I don't think the whole title thing is coming from a place of ego. Those egocentric word is being used loosely in this conversation over here. I think it's coming from a place of love, right? A place of, we respect each other, we love our culture, a place of, we are Nigerians and we feel proud that we are Nigerians. I'm not sure what Yolanda, the Kenyan woman, is trying to put across, because if it's ego, I'll tell you, Nigerians, that attitude or that ego to be seeing themselves as superior to other Africans, which is actually weird. But anyway, that's the submission from Kenya. Kenyans are saying, listen, you feel superior, you think you are higher than other African countries. So, my Nigerian people, come and explain yourself in the comment section.
So I think it makes others feel like you're doing too much. Just be humble and relax. But how? If I'm strong, I can lift 4 people. Yes, I'll lift you people. It's not bragging, it's what I can do.
Please step forward if you agree with the prompt. Nigerian men are more romantic.
Only in the Kenyan.
This is an interesting one. But anyway, let's keep going. Do you think Nigerian men are more romantic than Kenyan men? I don't know.
You have to come put us up. Oga,
Let
one
me
of you
show I'm
come here.
romantic. Let me show I'm romantic. No, Nigerian man, sit down.
Okay.
Nigerians don't have a moderate button. Anything you do 1,000. If a Nigerian man wants you, he'll make it known. What I like about your men is there's no beating around the bush. There's no bush. Yeah, there's this guy who used to come outside my college and just park there. And first I was mortified. I was scared. Then I was like, that's how these guys are. Like, they make their point known. They go after what they want. And I think that's what maybe we like. Kenyan men take that as aggression. Kenyan women are as forward, not as forward as your women, but we like that.
I think also it's the culture. I like the culture in Nigeria where the...
Okay, so I do understand where the Kenyans are also coming from. So, Nigerian men are romantic in a way that, like, they just go straight to the point. I know a couple of Nigerians that, you know, if they want you, they want you. It's not like, oh, I want to be friends with you and all those kind of things. They want you, mommy. They want you. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Stood back because I wanted it to be interesting. I mean, it would be so boring if all of us were here saying, oh, Nigerian men are romantic. Also, it would hurt my ego. I mean, I am a man and I have my own ego.
Kenyans have a better speaking accent than Nigerians.
Ooh, this is also interesting. But you know, all this accent thing doesn't really make sense because at the end of the day, Kenyans were colonized by the British. I think Nigerians also were colonized by the British. Ghanaians were also colonized by the British. So at the end of the day, we are not going to speak like a British. The curriculum is way different. The way they teach in Nigerian schools are way different from the way they teach in Kenyan schools. The phonetics, the tonations they use in Nigerian schools is different from the one they will use in Kenya, different from the one they will use in Ghana, different from the ones they use in Britain, right? So the whole accent thing is, you are still African. It doesn't matter if you have an accent or no.
The accent. I've been to a couple places in Africa and I've heard people speak. I'm not talking about how you choose your words. That's a different thing. The way you pronounce cap, cape, stage, bus stop.
Yeah.
You know, I once had an issue with that. The lady came to see me. For 2 hours, she was at the stage. She was like, I'm at the stage. And I was like, stage? Like, where's the show happening? Is there like, who is performing? Like, who's, she was like, yeah, I'm here, I'm just here at the stage. I was like, you just got to the stage.
You know, the way he's also pronounced, I'm just here on the stage. It's also be funny to Ghanaians because Ghanaians will be say, oh, I'm just here on the stage or something like that. So the whole accent thing is, I think Nigerian accents are very strong. They speak with strong tonation. That's why in Hollywood movies, you don't actually see the Nigerian accent being used in Hollywood movie because it's very strong, right? It's hard to pronounce the word. When it comes to the Kenyan accents, I know a lady over here who is a Kenyan. They speak, I don't know, they speak like Kenyans. I don't know, they try to extend some of the words. So I don't think Nigerian accents are more better than the Kenyan accent, and I don't think Kenyan accents are more better than Nigerian accent. To me, I honestly think like both accents are unique in their own way.
Are you performing? Like, where's the show? Do you know, 2 hours?
Oh, no.
She was so pissed. She sent me a very terrible message.
Yeah, because you ghosted
That's
her.
how you got blocked.
It wasn't, I didn't know. I didn't know, you know. But I like the way you pronounce a few things. Nigerians, if we're pissed, we have a way we talk.
Yeah.
If we're happy, we have a way we talk. But Kenyans, they talk the same way. Whether they're happy, whether they're pissed, you know, it's the same thing. That's one thing I like. Yeah.
Kenyans don't get overexcited. So for me, it kind of feels safe. I remember the first time when I went to Lagos, I used to take paracetamol, Panadol, like every day because I wasn't used to all the shouting, the hooting, then the shouting, even when someone is seated next to me.
Yeah.
And they also still have to, you know, let me tell you now, my arm, please, my shoulder. And then they